college basketball feels like for a lot of reasons they've been overlooked.
Yeah, and I think they're the most annoying team to
bodies right and to get going. They had an early morning practice yesterday, which is a bit of a change. Hogs line it up like this, and man, they've been different since they lost their in the country. That was the anticipation. Ivisic wins the tip, and here come the started. See, it's early for the clocks too.
Well, 5 seconds run off the game.
Deb Hartness and Garrick Shannon round it out. Four gets a touch. Here's Nellie Davis with the floater. And the follow tip from Adu Thero.
The other that you must try to operate your offense in the middle. Big Z, of course.
He has made a jump this season since he transferred from 6'8", 220 junior. Knocks the second one down. Very often. Carter Knox, long step through, and the finish with the left.
Taking away that middle little short roll. You got to keep that out of the middle of the paint.
Zurich Phelps has been quiet lately. He was a great scoring threat. Run out for the Aggies, and Taylor for three. Rebounded by Nellie Davis.
Off the glass, don't let them punk you.
Rebound tracked down by Phelps. Volume scores. So can Obaseki. Got his groove going about this time last year. Offense under the weather last night at shoot-around. He said, I got to power through this. I got an early start.
But if you look good, you feel good. It's a nice-looking sport coat for Coach Cal. Tom, Buzz Williams has been absolutely incredible. As a program,
and there was a little grip from Krell.
Going to be a clamp. That's what Coach Cal was at.
And to switch it and rise it to a F1 on A&M.
Be a factor due to the defense.
By the way, Jeb Hartness is flagrant one on Pharrell Payne.
After review, the head will shoot 2 shots and the ball.
You feel like that could have gone the other way, or either?
The player, and the bigger thing than the free throw is just avoiding a start by Arkansas. Challenge accepted by Coach Cal's team of keeping A&M off the glass.
In a win against LSU with 4 blocks, and it's not the first 4 games of conference play.
If you think the decimal's in the wrong place on point lineup for Coach Cal and his staff, because you give up a little bit on Arkansas. It includes Big Z.
Man, 2 drastically different big men, and Jonas Adu.
Or emotionally mature if you're Thero. He was frustrated when he turned it over, and he just started.
Obaseki trying to make something happen. Great defense by Carter Knox. Obaseki threw up a wild shot.
Not sure this wasn't an over-the-back foul. Ivisic comes right in.
Late, turns into a fadeaway. And Ivisic with the rebound, but that was out of bounds.
Arkansas. And other than that ball going out of bounds, the Razorbacks have made a.
They haven't been healthy all season. Here's Davis. He missed a couple of games early on, and he's Coleman down the lane. Ivisic with the rejection. He is a game. 7-2.
Excuse me, I think this is a big opportunity for Jonas Adu. The big man transfer from Tennessee.
For Thero. Back to Wagner, left open, corner 3. Aggies 0 for 7 to start this game. Pearl now playing everywhere in IMAX and 3D. As proved to be a roadblock for the Aggies. 0 for 7 on the offense, like a 9. Nellie Davis goes baseline. They'll let you go there because of that. Won 5 games this year when outshot by their opponents. It doesn't make much takeaways by Taylor. Step back 3. Zurich Phelps back to back.
Just got to resist it. There you go. Turn it down and go middle.
When waiting in the middle was back to A&M. Hogs led 8-0, and here come the Aggies. Now Richmond left it short. Back out to Wade Taylor. Got a step on Richmond. Rejected. Another numbers before the game. He's 93% on the season at dunks. There's a nice. And we'll see what happens with Auburn. That should be a fun one this afternoon.
Historic one. I just want to be in the locker room for the pregame speeches for both of them. I get that candidate.
Who do you think? Razorbacks didn't score between timeouts, allowing this 9-0 A&M run for Texas A&M. Number 2 in gray. Here's pull-up. Good by Carter. Phelps matched up with Richmond. Veteran versus a fresh time. Shot clock late. Baseline drive and a floater. Offense really bullied in the paint. 3 way off the mark from
into the left. You got to get him the ball.
3 ball from Garcia. Tip out by Pence. Ball fake. Got Ivisic in the air, and we get a whistle. is dead last in the SEC as a team, 67%. Already done that today. 5 more shots than Arkansas.
They're a very
Off-balance shot, can't find the rim. Richmond didn't get it back up in time. 3, he hasn't gotten a bucket yet. Beautiful pass and a two-hand. Thero. Cross-court pass is deflected. The Thero touch pass back to Wagner. Beautiful play.
how good.
We're going to have to win some games on the grease board. Blocked by Thero.
The points they've been able to get. Take a look at the inbound passer.
Hefner, 71% from the free throw line. Ran into him on the elevator. There it is, and it's knocked away. Good backside help from Solomon Washington, and then a foul in the first 10 minutes. One of the reasons A&M has 4 more field goals. A drive, a couple of ball fakes, and a step through. That is a hard. And they've really clogged up the middle on that ball screen. Ivisic over Hefner.
And make him work. And again, that's 6 points on some rip through.
Career high 2 games ago, another 25-point game last time. Talking to him after shoot around last. And I mean, nobody likes it, including my own mom.
And he is such a did was come to practice every day and wait for his opportunity.
And he gets whistled for the foul going.
Defensive lineup for Arkansas is not their best offensive lineup, so it's a trade-off.
In and out. See him in Tuscaloosa. Then Syracuse plays host to UNC at 8 Eastern 7. Jonas Aidoo skips it all the way into the corner. And a pull-up jumper
In the opposite wing that opened everything up on that weak side. Great pass by Aidoo.
into Wiltshire, and it's a blocking foul. This announced Henry Coleman has changed to number 23. Mark that in your scorebooks. Adidas uniforms for the moment. Thero left it short. His attempts come from deep. He's a 39% shooter behind the arc. Thero through traffic. Fouled by Wiltshire.
Rim.
He played at Nebraska last year. He was talking about this A&M team earlier this season, and he said Richmond using the Aidoo screen. Nice feed to the big fella. That off-season foot surgery, that cost him the beginning of the year. Had to fight through the screen from Payne. Lob, too strong. Got other shot blockers and rim protectors, but I feel like Wagner ignores the screen, dumps it inside for Richmond. Another miss at the free throw line. Senior from Midland, Texas. He had a tremendous win against Oklahoma. Shot the ball really well from deep, and then the shooting fell off for
Last year, and in a lot of ways, he's sort of a right-handed Radford. A little bit different skill set.
I can't get to it. It'll be Aggie basketball.
Missed opportunity for a turnover. A&M.
8 turnovers for the Hogs.
Set play.
Overplay Wiltshire, ends up with Phelps. And Richmond, and it puts Jonas Aidoo at the free throw line for a pair. 3 years playing for Rick Barnes at 10. Started all 36 for the Volunteers last year.
Some touches down low. He's got a really nice soft touch. And he's a guy.
Phelps finds Taylor. Drives on Wagner. And
I mean, he's got a high IQ play. But right now for Arkansas, they'd have the lead on the road. A&M on those plays.
Wade Taylor at the free throw line. So far in this one. 1 for 2 for score. He's their leading scorer, but he's 17th in the SEC in points. This is a deep A&M squad. Brazil had it knocked. Taylor gets a touch back, gets off balance and throws it up. And he'll go back to the
Contact and throw this thing up. He knows it's got no chance of going in, but he's got energy. And also with this point guard right here.
He can score in bunches, and he did. All 3 from the free throw line for gets it out. For Knox and 3. And Carter Knox. Garcia, aggressive move. And too big next game, and they went to the national championship.
Well, Tennessee did lose their.
Well, has not shot well. 9 turnovers, 41% shooting. And there's Solomon Washington off the mark. This is a team, as Richmond gets fouled, that shoots with a lot of confidence. So that confidence is not only internal, but it comes from the teammate support.
Then they're preparing for the offensive rebound, and that's what makes them such an elite.
Camden, New Jersey. Knocks them both.
An enormous win for Arkansas, but look at what they're having to do with their lineup. As Wade Taylor drills it open. in favor of A&M. So a unique lineup right now for Arkansas.
Guarded by Obaseki. Trevor Brazil from the corner. Another ball fake. And Kevin Knox, pardon me, mentioned it earlier, Arkansas 5th in the country in blocks per game. Shot clock at 2. And it goes for Big Z on the floor. Thero for 3, and number 3 knocks it down. Here's Taylor. Fires up over Knox. Richmond on the glass. If you stop by and watch an Arkansas, Adu finally shoves it out, and Knox has it go in and out by Anderson Garcia. 30-28. Coleman blocked by Ivisic. And 5.3 blocks per game. Here's Davis. And that one is touched. Wade Taylor finds Coleman on the roll. Off the glass and in. Well for Coleman in that span. Wagner blocked by Coleman. There's one of them.
As much attention as these guards gets for A&M, a big part of their offense is just hitting that.
Heroes hit 1-3 today. Makes this a mid-range that is much more in his range than a Arkansas coaching staff. The usage of Zvonimir Ivisic has really been turned up on Wednesday against LSU.
For a tip-in. And if he was in that active shooting and trying. If he can hold his own on that end, that means they can keep their best offensive line.
After him, Wade Taylor driving. And they got the
protection that he can provide you. Again, I think him as a weak side defender is where Arkansas must find a way to get some stops.
So Taylor at the free throw line. He's an elite shot blocker, but he can be pushed around, and you can create some space with him. You can take advantage. Here's Janelle Davis.
Absolutely. I think the games are so from Arkansas.
Terrell Payne is right after him. Ivisic turnaround jump hook. Good.
Giving something up. So can they get stops on this end of the court?
Out shot from Coleman. Payne picks it up. Blocked by Ivisic, and then
Payne just play ferocious. He just takes that shoulder into him, and if I bury you down low, forget about it. But you talked about having that short memory. All he did was hit a 2 and get a big jump ball on the other end.
And now Thero crashed.
All right, you took a punch on the road, but one way to quiet the crowd.
Payne. Thero is 70% free throw shooter. He's at the rim. His field goal percentage at the rim from last year to this year is up 11%.
Finisher of all college basketball. At that point, he was a role player at Kentucky, and everybody's like, oh, I guess that's just coach speak. Try that standard.
Obaseki trying to work on him, and got a bump on the perimeter. Calipari's staff said it's really simple. I told him, you think Kevin Durant just got good? No, the numbers go up.
I would argue when you come in at, 6'3", and you're now 6 passing on recruiting Thero.
He grew 2 inches going into his junior year, and
it's important you say, okay, great, we got Washington to the bench, but here comes Garcia, who makes
as well. Taylor got a step, falls off the rim, tipped
as a potential 2 seed.
Wade Taylor covered 3. Ivisic finds Ivisic. Jump hook, nope. Looking to get Nelly Davis a touch through the elevator. Skips it with 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer
to get him. Can you knock him down?
It's 356 out of 362. Taylor is looking at the bench. John Calipari stomping down and the lob jam on the other end.
Make sure that you're on the same page. As the point guard and quarterback, it's almost like if you're. And Wagner has been out of rhythm so far in this game, but he's got to play his best 14 minutes.
Pull out on Adu, who skips it to Thero. Hesitated. By Wagner. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Thero finishes at the rim. First round pick Boogie Flan. Had surgery on his thumb. And tip and a steal. Nelly Davis says, I'll take it myself. Back out to Phelps. Keep it on this. Hayden Hefner, well guarded. And the jump. Arkansas has outscored A&M by 2 since the break.
Richmond with the great save by Wagner, and Thero's just going to catch this thing on. All gas, no brakes by Davis. Good finish.
Late, it was like the Super Bowl. Game day was there. The ratings were through the
same way the game today for years upon years.
I know Richmond running the point. Richmond working on Washington. Blocked at the rim. And now Phelps off balance.
Almost be a disadvantage for the A&M team to say, who are these guys? I've never seen all of them in the game at the same.
Up on his defense. He's been a little bit cranky because he's been under the weather.
The freshman out of Memphis, Billy Richmond. I mean, he's been sensational running the point.
Sure. 3-point specialist, and that cut is kicked. Wiltshire, too strong. He's now 2 for 3.
Story within the game so far for Arkansas is they have taken away A&M's strength. This is the best team in the country at offensive rebounds and second chance points.
He turns it over. Here's Zurich. Phelps ahead of the pack. Two-hand jam. Knox gets it back to Davis. 16-footer.
Just haven't been able to knock him down yet.
Garcia tries one. Adu finds Richmond, cut through. What a move by Billy. Shout out Winguru.
But that was a heck of a pass by Adu. I thought that was more of a...
You can charge just about anything you want. It will trickle out of the network and on the ESPN app.
You just look at those matchups.
Making his first two. You want me to put you up?
Earl's done at Auburn. That Mark Pope. And you got Dennis
Lee. They scored the first 8 of this game before the A&M comeback. Davis has it pinball. Arkansas going deep as they can with the subs. Their injuries early in the year, including to Adu, who get the reach in. And then Garcia kicks it out to Taylor. Wow. Hero just jumped over Garcia there.
The zone look from A&M. Arkansas unable to penetrate it. Rhythm some offensively.
16 turnovers for the Hogs, most in SEC play.
That is insane, the impact he's had on this game when he's been on the court.
Good 3. Corner. Nope. Hogs Evans. DJ Wagner. Garcia guarded by Knox. 10 on the shot clock. Beat him to the rim. Got the foul in the end.
Walker coming with a Visage, but too late by 4.
Fifth-year senior out of Mocha in the Dominican Republic. Misses the handle. And picked up Visage on the roll. And they've done a good 5. And a whistle on the drive. Second on Henry Cole.
See involved in the ball screen or some of that action in the middle of the court where he sets a ball screen
too far away and a Wagner turnover. And it's his 4th turnover of the game.
Poor decision that time.
Taylor shake. Buzz Williams calls some predictable shots, and it was predictable to everyone who plays with
team trying to close this thing out. Understand why they fight for every Garcia pump fake.
Taylor knifes his way through, and Wade Taylor just 3 for 12 from the floor. Garcia finds Coleman. And he's able to drop.
They continue to fall for Garcia's shot fake on the perimeter.
For Thero.
Much better. Stay down.
Meanwhile, a putback from Arkansas uses a timeout. Well, what is Jack Calipari telling his squad right now? They've given up a 9-0 run.
And allowed that to let them get into some sort of transition because they just continue to come up with ball screens on the perimeter. But credit A&M. I mean, they know what's coming, so it becomes tougher. He still sees a clean rim because he's 7'2", shooting over the top.
Nelly Davis will inbound it.
It looks like zone, but I think you still run your offensive
alignments. Everything that looks like a zone, he insists is man. Knox slices through for the bucket. Afraid to use some clock if they can. And drive down and finish.
And that's how you get it up before a rim protector comes over.
Ivisic touch pass inside. And Brazil. Knox and Thero have combined for 27. Wade Taylor has been held to 14.
Typically it's done because they're offensive rebounding. In this game, it's because they've been able to turn Arkansas over.
Thero playing in foul trouble finds Adu, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Screen at half court that Buzz Williams was so upset about. Typically the screener is set.
Jonas Adu makes 1 of 2.
Team that just has to have a short memory confidence-wise.
Garcia got it to go off the window. Guarded by Payne. Decides to shoot a jumper over the top of a guy in foul. Zurich Phelps, fadeaway. And a rebound. Leroy's given for 10 points and 3 boards. Free throw rate has been better over the last 4 games, 4 percentage points higher. Really well against Arkansas. Last year picked up a double-double. Ivisic returns, and Adu will take a seat. When things are going well, but they have been stymied by this excellent A&M defensive effort.
At the top. And we saw what they can do last game against Georgia.
Ivisic for 3, got it. Shoot right over the top of it. 8-point lead, Taylor. 4th, 2nd in school history in scoring. Off balance, off the window.
Hit that 3, and rarely have we seen Arkansas be able to even hit Big Z.
Shot that Wade Taylor took in an A&M uniform as a freshman, kind of out of Lancaster.
Every year, but I think he has still at times abused that green light a little bit. But they 3-point shooting team when they're not, but they play like they are, and that matters when you're down the street.
Robbins racing. Here's Ivisic, fadeaway 3. Yep.
Carter on him. I sold him short a couple inches. He's still 6'6".
Up in Solomon Washington's hands. Ivisic gets his hands on it. And an
a little bit of a settle there. Davis, I think, more comfortable when he gets that rhythm dribble. I think this Arkansas team has played very hard this game. I just don't know that the Aggies.
Phelps fouled by Nelly Davis. Hogs came into this game, according to Joe Lunardi, 4 in, and losses really don't. Some impressive wins in Arkansas's resume. This would have been a big one. Multiple ones get into the tournament. You better have some quality wins to you.
And that's all you want as a coach and a player is more and more opportunities. The last thing you want.
Seasons since a run that ended in 2011. This will be
again, you show a stat line that says, hey, 24 of 57 from the field, 6 of 20. They continue to get up more shots than their opponent. They turn you over. They get the rebound.
Taylor 6 of 7 from the free throw line with 1 made field goal.
Tom, this was what a 48 has. They don't flinch.